And good afternoon, friends. Meteorologist Sam Lane here in the Weather Center to keep you up to date on the severe weather situation as we are going through the evening hours. We have a dry line out towards our west, and that dry line is sweeping to the east. And as it does so, severe weather is expected to develop. In fact, there's already tornado watches out for western Oklahoma and severe thunderstorm watches for parts of Kansas. And as we go through time, I wanted to just show you what we can expect as far as the activity. As we go through the maps, you're going to see that the dry line starts to surge towards the east, and by 10:30 this evening, it will be approaching our western counties. And then as we go through time, as we get into the midnight hour, that's when the storms will be rolling through the metro area here in the Pittsburgh and Joplin region. And then by 2 p.m. or 2 a.m., I should say, the storms are starting to move off towards the east out of our easternmost counties. And then that dry line will surge all the way to the Mississippi River by about 6 or 7 a.m. So it's a very rapid moving system. And also wanted to show you the updraft helicities. This is a measure of how much twist there is in the atmosphere. And as you can see, by 10:30, the updraft helicities will start to impinge on our westernmost counties. That's where the highest likelihood of seeing some QLCS type tornadoes or quasi-linear convective system type tornadoes would develop. And so we're going to continue to keep an eye on that for you. And then as we go through the 11 o'clock hour, you can see the updraft helicities move into the Chautauqua County area, also in Montgomery County. And then as we go through the midnight hour, you can see that they're starting to move closer and closer into Labette County and Craig County, and then over into southeastern Kansas. And then by around 1 a.m., the helicity values start to decrease just a little bit as the storms move across the metro area, and then the entire thing sweeps out of our region. So we're going to be watching the system very, very closely. You can see on radar right now we have tornado warnings in the Texas Panhandle with a few cells there. Also tornado warning up just north of Dodge City. And so these storms really mean business, and it's very important for everyone to stay tuned and keep advised on the situation, especially from about 9 p.m. onward in our area. You can see some scattered showers in our area right now, but this is not the main event. The main event is still several hours away. You can see that these storms are going to be moving very rapidly. They could be moving at around 50 to 60 miles per hour. So these storms really mean business, and they're going to be moving extremely quickly. Also, because of the way the atmosphere is set up tonight, we're looking at widespread wind damage possible from what we call a derecho. And the derecho is a large area of damaging winds that moves across the area. And so we could see damage similar to a small tornado just from straight line winds with some of these storms as they roll in our direction. You can see on the radar in our local area just a few sprinkles in and around the Pittsburgh area, extending on over towards Lamar and then on over towards Stockton. But that's about it. This is a differential reflectivity product that we're going to be looking at tonight. We're also going to be looking, of course, at the velocities, and then, of course, storm relative velocities, taking into account storm motion and direction. And then we're also going to be looking at a debris product. It's technically known as the correlation coefficient, but it's also known as a debris product, so that we can actually see if the winds are picking up debris. We can see that on our radar as well. And then, of course, spectrum width, which is another product that we look at for wind shear, and also help us to pick out these QLCS type tornadoes. So it's going to be a busy evening across our area. We're going to continue to keep you advised on all the situation as it continues to develop this evening. Let's see here. I'm going to see if I can pull up the social window here. And it doesn't appear that there's any comments right now. Let's see here. I'm going to see if we can... This is kind of a new thing that we're doing here, or at least new to me. I'm kind of figuring everything out. We're going to have Chris Warner joining us tonight at midnight to help out with the severe weather. And of course, Doug is also standing by. And if things get really crazy and out of hand, he'll be joining us as well. So the whole Storm Team crew is monitoring the situation right now. We also have our news department that's monitoring the situation too. And our photographers, some of the photographers are in the field to bring you the latest damage if that occurs. And hopefully that won't occur, but the situation is very fluid and dynamic. And so we've got people that are monitoring in case anything does go crazy. And if we do have damage, we'll be bringing that to you as well. Okay, so I'm looking to see if I can bring up the chat window. And let's see here. So just bear with me here. And I don't see that right now. So I'm not sure as to where or how to pull that up. And I apologize for that, but we will figure it out. It's not Twitter, Facebook. No. I do apologize for not being able to see that. It's my understanding that there is a way for us to watch and respond to questions that people have. And so we're just still kind of working all these things out here. And I apologize for not having that on right now. But we will figure it out. And as soon as we get that, we will be able to, let's see, is that the comments? Okay, I don't see, well, it says comment moderation. So if anyone can see this and would like to create a comment or something where I can see that, I would appreciate that. So anyway, we're continuing to monitor the situation very closely. Again, tornado warnings are already issued for parts of the Texas Panhandle, and the tornado watch continues out in western Oklahoma as well. More watches and, of course, warnings will be extended further to the east as the entire system continues to really crank its way towards our direction. Stay with us, and we'll keep you advised right here at KOAM.